Hello YouTube, this is APC, and today I make another tutorial. This tutorial is requested by gshalev258. He asked me to make a mouse draggable window or view, and before I get started I'd like to say that I apologize for it being so long. This was a request like a month ago. Usually I'm quicker than that, but today I guess I'm just slow. So let's get started. First we're going to create a background so we can notice our window being dragged. So I'm going to create a background, and I'm just going to load up my old background. Alright, and this is the width and height, 384, 1080, so I'm just going to make a room with those same dimensions. 40, 1080. Alright, and now while we're here, might as well just set the background. And also, let's add a view. Now, here's the width and height of the view that I might go in here just for visualization. Alright, so now let's create an object. Let's call it control. Let's go into creation. Let's create a variable. Create variable w equals 64. Now, w is going to be the width of the border. That's where the window's going to react to what we're doing. So I'm going to set equal to 64, that's a good number. Alright, and so we're going to code all the dragging and stuff, but before that I want to make sure that I don't lose you guys, and it's good to have visualization, so I'm going to give you visualization. Here. This here represents our entire room, and this represents our window in the room. So I'm just going to zoom in. Alright, so here's our window. This dot right here is the top left corner of the window, and this represents x and y value of that dot. View x view is the x value of the view, and view y view is the y value of the view. Alright, so on top there's a few more variables you need to know. The view w view represents this whole width of the view, and likewise the view h view represents the whole height of the view. And here's this w variable we made. It's the width of the border where we want to move. So, for instance, if you look in this box right here, whenever we hold our mouse in that box, we want our view to move to the right. Up here we want to move up, move left, and so on and so on. So, it's pretty basic really. For moving right, look at this line. If the x value of our mouse is to the left of that line, don't move right. To the right of that line, move right. So now, let's go into our settings. So, if mouse x is more than that value we just were going to come up with, then we want to move to the right, which is view x view plus equals 10. You can change this depending on how fast you want to move the drag. Okay. So, what value is that line right here? We start off with the view x view, that dot, plus the width of the view. Then we get this line, and we subtract w. So, it's just like that. View x view plus view w view and height. And then we subtract w. And that's moving right. Now let's code moving left. So just copy this. And the line for moving left is this line right here. That's my view x view, that dot, plus w. So just take away this part and make it plus w, and then subtract it again. So now let's go for moving down. It looks a lot like this first one again, only we need to, now we're worried about the y-axis rather than x-axis, so you can change all the x's to y, and instead of w, it's h. So talk about this line right here, the y value of the dot, plus the height, minus w. How it works. And this will be y value plus equals 10. And then if mouse y, oh, one more thing. This needs to be less than, because if the mouse x is to the left of that line instead of the right. Likewise, this needs to be less than. And this one is view y view minus plus w. And then that's view y view minus equals 10. That's your going on. So it's just the w value of that dot plus w, and if it's less than that, it goes up. Alright, and that is all the code. Now, very important step, add the object to the room, otherwise nothing will happen. I got stuck on there when I was designing this. Alright, so now loading, but you're not going to see this. So, my mouse is in the center of the room, so nothing's happening. But as soon as I move past that invisible line over here, when it moves to the right, it's going to start moving to the right. See? Move to the right, that's fine. Let's see if it moves up. It moves up. Down. And up. That works. Now before I cut off this tutorial, I'd like to show you one more thing. This W variable, the width of the border, really represents the sensitivity of how much it moves. So if I made something like, let's say 200, then it will drag a lot more sensitively than it would otherwise. Now I barely have to move my mouse around and it'll already move. Alright, so now you know how to make a mouse draggable view. This tutorial is now off the list. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and try to remake what's in the credits as a practice to make sure that you understood this material.